So I've been meaning to do this video for quite a while now, and it's something that I've kind of talked about and touched on in various other videos, but I've never done a kind of fully dedicated to this video. And it kind of came to my mind in a comment that someone made on a video recently, where I was talking about a size of a jacket that I wore. And I really struggle with mentioning sizes of things in videos, because I wouldn't normally mention it just because I don't think it's kind of important or relevant, and it's not something that would ever kind of spring to my mind. But every single time that I don't, people then ask, can you mention what size it was? Because I suppose if people want to go and then buy it, they want to kind of compare what size they would be, or maybe if they wanted to buy it online, then they kind of want to know what the sizing of things are like and that kind of thing. So I fully kind of understand that, and I took that on board and make conscious effort now in videos to mention what size things are. And it's so subjective because so many stores, their sizing's all over the place. We don't have kind of a regulated chart of how sizes in the UK are supposed to be. So it can vary all over the place. Different shops have different sizing, different kind of styles of things. It's just really, really different. And I think it is a subject where, as women, we're kind of a little bit sensitive about it. And in that video, I was talking about a leather jacket, and I said that I bought it in a size 12 because I wanted to be able to wear chunky knits underneath it. Now, I am usually at kind of my skinniest, probably like a size 10, sometimes an 8. But generally a size 10. Now I'm pretty much a size 12, and sometimes it can be even bigger, like a size 14, which by no means, is there to offend anyone, but for me that's really big for my frame, because I'm only short, and because that's not the size that I usually am, or that I feel my most confident at. But that particular jacket was from Primark, which I don't know if you shop there kind of regularly, but the sizing in Primark is all over the place, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I bought that jacket and I tried on the size 10 and it fit me perfectly, which again, if I was kind of at my skinniest, then I would have had to have got it in a size 8 if I wanted to fit perfectly. But I wanted to be able to wear a jumper underneath it, which means that you need a little bit more room in the arms. So I got the next size up. That was kind of all I meant by it. But someone commented and said that she felt like I was kind of making out like a size 12 was huge, and that surely I wasn't any smaller than a size 12, and that it was stupid how I said that. And I kind of replied to the comment and explained what I meant by it. But it's something that I think gets picked up on a lot on videos, and not just on my videos. I've noticed on a lot of videos, like Fleur de Force, for example, when she mentions it, people will say, oh, you're showing off that you're a size 8 and that kind of thing. And I never really think it comes from that, because it's kind of like, it's just because people ask, so you make a conscious effort of mentioning it. You wouldn't otherwise mention it. Like if I'm showing my friend a top, I'm not like, I bought it in a size 12, I put it in a size 8, because you just wouldn't. But on YouTube you do, because people always ask you to. So that brings me back to kind of sizing in stores. So we're going to take Primark as an example, that jacket. I also bought a kind of fur coat from there. It's like a faux fur, obviously. It's a kind of cream colour, quite long. And I was in the shop, and I do this every single time in Primark, where I look at the sizing on the hanger rather than on the actual item. I picked up one on the hanger that said that it was a size 12 and tried it on, and it was tiny. Like tiny to a point where I couldn't really get my arms in it, and I was thinking, oh my god, like how come this doesn't fit me? Then I actually realised that it was a size 12 hanger, but the coat itself was a size 6, so no wonder it didn't fit me, because I'm nowhere near a size 6. So then I had to look, and I couldn't see one that was a 12, but there was one that was a 10, so I thought, oh, I'll try that one on, and that one fit perfectly with room to wear like a jumper underneath. It was really generously sized, so I just took that one. But then the top that I'm wearing right now is a size 16, and it's really kind of it's cut really small. The arms are small. Granted, I've got really fat arms, but still, the arms are small. It's just very small in the back. I bought it in a size 16 because I wanted it to be oversized deliberately. I wanted to be able to wear it with leggings and that kind of thing. And by no means am I saying this in a showy off kind of way, or saying that one size is really like massive or anything like that at all. That is not what I'm about at all. But I bought it in a size bigger than I usually wear because I wanted it to be loose fitting. And it isn't, it's cut really small, and I know that kind of I'm not usually a size 16, I'm kind of like a size 12, so that wasn't what I was expecting when I bought that. But that just goes to show you that the size of stuff doesn't really mean anything because they're so random. I am at my absolute heaviest now, and I absolutely hate how I look in clothes and just how I look in general, but that's another matter. But in H&M, for example, their clothes are cut so big that now I'm still a small. But then in somewhere like Topshop, well, actually no, Topshop, again, their sizing can be a bit funny. Topshop dresses I always find are cut really big, but then in another store I could not be able to get something on. It varies so much because it's not regulated, and stores kind of use it in a way to kind of determine who their target audience is. So for example, if it's a store like Marks and Spencer's that's maybe targeted at a slightly older lady, they tend to cut their clothes shaped more for that type of shape. Whereas if it's somewhere like Topshop, for example, which isn't the shop that I normally shop at because the clothes in there are very much targeted at very kind of slim young girls, I always feel kind of lots of crop tops and shorts, which are not something that kind of would look good on me. So it really does vary, and I think it is something that we're all very sensitive about. And I just kind of wanted to say that, you know, I'm sorry if me mentioning it has ever kind of caused anyone to question themselves or upset them in any way, and that's not ever been the reason to why I mention anything. It's purely because if I don't, there will be someone that will ask, and if I mention it in a video, that means that I don't have to reply to like the 3 or 4 comments that are asking the same question. So it just makes my life a little bit easier. And I know that we really struggle, and that, you know, we're programmed to feel better if the smaller size fits us. But like I just said, in the same store, the size 10 coat was roomy. The size 16 shirt didn't really fit. Like, it's so all over the place and so subjective that it actually doesn't really matter. And I can sit here and say that because I know that it still does matter to a lot of us, and it still does matter to me. And if I fit into the smaller size, then that will make me feel better, and if I have to go a size up, that will make me feel a bit but by no means does it kind of ever mean that one size is better than another. It's just kind of what you're used to with your own body, and I just would really hate for people to kind of think that one shape's better than another. And another thing that's kind of worth noting is a lot of it is to do with kind of the shape of your body, as to how things fit. So we're not all built the same, and things might fit and sit on your shape completely differently. But that's everything for this video that I wanted to say, I think. But I just hope that kind of you understand that, and that when I mention it in future, it's not coming from kind of a, well, I'm showing off place, because it never is. And it's just because people want to know for comparison, I suppose. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on the matter as well. Do you find that with certain shops kind of that it varies a lot? And I will see you in my next video. Bye.